Hey everyone, and welcome to Movie Club 95. Today I am joined by Collie
Hello.
and our newest member of the movie club, Tommy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right, so today we're going to talk about a movie called Love on a Leash. And some people might know this movie. It's pretty internet famous for being a huge piece of poop, but having a 9.5 out of 10 on IMDB. So we were pretty excited to watch it, and we'll let you know at the end of this if we're still excited about it after the fact. So the movie starts with a minute and 8 seconds of completely soundless B-roll, and it's broken by our dogtagonist screaming into the mic, ADR'd, "Where are all the people at?" Oh, Pete Davidson. Well, I always wondered what he did before. Jesus
Out of
Christ.
nowhere.
Where are the ladies at?
Our dog, who we find out a little bit later in the movie, his name is Prince. That's the name given to him. So from here on out, I'm going to refer to him as Prince. Prince gets upset because he's a dog and he can't get with human women. So naturally, he does what everybody does when they have problems with women. He goes to a park and asks a pond for advice.
Find a girl
Girl?
if she only loves you. You may have a chance.
Find a girl? That's my specialty.
Easy enough, right? Prince, all he has to do is get a girl to love him, and then he'll become a real boy. Cool. So Prince goes to a public park and finds Lisa talking with her friend Paula about guy troubles. Paula's trying to get Lisa laid because Lisa's a virgin, and that shit is not happening on Paula's watch because she doesn't want to be friends with a straight up loser. Prince gets super dirty at the park and follows Lisa to a gas station where she puts him in her car, brings him home to give him a bath, and here is the scene. We get the first of many absolute bangers from Prince the dog.
A dog driving in a car. I'm going to her house. We're gonna go far. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Who sits down and just, without even having a tune in their head, just writes like in the script, sing these words, sing song. But not an actual song. Was he told to sing? Did he make up that part? Did he just decide to sing some of the lines because he was sitting in an empty booth by himself for hours on end, slowly losing his mind?
That's what I'm going with. I think it
Okay.
was like, here, you're going to be paid for 2 hours of improv. And in these 2 hours of improv, I want you to say these lines and make songs that revolve around this. And you will get no instruments.
I'm not a musician. To which the director, I'm not a director, so,
I'm also a dog. So this is our first glance at the inside of Lisa's house, and wow, does she love the color green.
Where did you go? Oh, there you are.
Lisa works at a clothing store where people put on her inventory just to fart in it.
No, it's because I'm sweaty.
So at Lisa's fart factory, there are only 2 people that work there. Her creepy, rapey boss, Mark, and Kyle, who seems like a super nice guy. He's super sweet to Lisa, and we're introduced to him by him asking Lisa out on a date.
I like your way better. Lisa. Do you have plans for tonight?
As if you can't see him anyway through this.
Right. So this is probably the funniest thing in the movie, and it's not even that funny. I just think it's super funny that he moves the stupid coat hangers so that she can get a better view of him. But then I found this out. Apparently, they did not have permission to film in any of the places they filmed in, especially the stores where Lisa worked. So that's why they're like hiding behind everything while they're filming so that nobody will tell them to leave.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now that with every scene in every store.
Yes, exactly. And it's because they're always so short too. Like they happen within like a minute and then they're done.
that makes the farting scene when she's trying on clothes. I don't know if that makes it way better or way worse. They filmed that openly in like a dressing room. He said somebody like down towards the ground with a camera watching this lady dress, and then the guy comes on the corner. What the hell's happening here?
Scammer!
Ma'am, you're gonna have to buy that dress. I can't I can't resell something that smells that bad.
Okay, all right. Back to the plot. Lisa accepts the date. Back to the plot. It's a good plot, Collie.
It's a plot.
Sense. She gladly accepts the date from Kyle because he's obviously the hottest bachelor in town. And when she goes back to her apartment, Prince is back and she puts him to good use. She asks him to help pick out an outfit for her date. And she's so impressed that Prince is not colorblind like all those other dogs. She decides that she's going to keep him. She was honestly so impressed with the fact that he could match green with green that she didn't even realize how disgustingly dirty Prince made those shorts before he handed them to her. After Lisa's date with Kyle, she's about to take Prince shopping, but decides that, I'm going to keep this dog, so I should probably give him a name. And Prince says, I already have a name. Maybe she should check his fucking name tag, because you can clearly see in every scene that he's wearing dog tags. All joking aside, he says, my real name is Alvin Fwang.
Poor dog. We gotta give you a name.
I already have a name.
How about we call you Rover?
I already have a name. My name is Alvin Fwang.
Well, okay, maybe something's a little more class.
Like Alvin Fwang.
Fwang?
Fwang.
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 With a W? L.
It's like that Yanni and Laurel thing. Like, I think depending on how you look at it. No, that's the dress thing.
I was just thinking of that damn dress.
I was hoping at this point that they would show her checking the dog tags and it written, engraved in the dog tag, Alvin Flying. Lisa apparently buys all her clothes from a place that keep everything in a pile on the floor that people have to fight over to purchase. But when she's here buying her clothes, the absolute wildest shit happens. A talent agent sees Prince picking out matching clothes for Lisa.
Prince, help me find a skirt to go with this.
If you ruin anything, you will be paying for it.
Come on, Prince, do it.
Hey, this one's also tacky.
Everything she wears is green, so it's really, he just picks out green pants.
It's all the same shade of gray to him.
He gives Prince his business card to call him for work. And I want to know if this is a real business where people go up to dogs and say, please work for me, and give them business cards.
How desperate of a talent agent are you?
Your success rate with dogs calling you back is higher than with people.
I feel like he might be a talent agent for mammals.
Just
So
mammals.
you have reptiles, you keep them home.
Oh, I'd love to take pictures of your pet and have him work for me. What is he? A bearded dragon? Fuck off.
Get the hell out of here.
Also, I wrote this down in my notes, and I know, Collie, you actually did kind of call this out, but like way later. What the fuck is going on with Lisa's face in this scene? Her face is like covered in hives.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain she's allergic to dogs and then just went forward with the whole movie anyway.
I think so too. I'm not even joking.
They filmed a handful of scenes without the dog in it, and then it was too late to find another person. So they're just like, hold your breath or whatever. I don't know. Whatever helps.
The director was like, you must start every scene by pressing your face against his face.
But
It is
I'll
good luck.
die. And that's good drama.
Maybe the actress hid her dog allergy and just like, this is my big break. I gotta go for it. No matter what it takes.
She is completely broken out and she's just like on set like, this is normal. This is what I look like.
I'm just nervous.
Yeah.
Your eyes are puffing up. Oh, I'm just high or something.
I'm so sad that this production is coming to an end.
This is day 3 of filming. We have a month to go.
Oh god. These are now real tears. Lisa's apparently a hot commodity because some creepy guy stalks her while she's at work.
Thank you, sir.
No.
See you soon.
See you soon, Lisa.
He said all serial killery.
But turns out it's just Rita's friend, Frank. Rita is a friend of Lisa's who, they never really explicitly say it, but it's pretty clear that she's an LA psychic who probably just works at the airport.
I literally think every scene she's in, oh, I just came from the airport, or I gotta go to the airport.
I think it's more of like a Patrick Bateman. I have to go return some videotapes. That's definitely code for something else, and I think it's shitting behind a dumpster in an alley.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Mom.
I hear that you're dating two guys at the same time.
Why is her mom lit? Like, this is all of a sudden a horror movie. Rita agrees to go on a date with Frank, which is creepy because he just stalked her where she worked, but whatever.
It's romantic.
Frank's mom controls everything that Frank does.
My mother was a gynecologist, and she has a PhD in nutrition. She keeps us on a strict but balanced diet. It's good for us. Right, Mother?
Of course.
Oh my god, how much is Frank sweating right now?
Lisa, my grandson is only 10 years old,
Where is this going?
and we're very anxious to find a stepmother for him.
She essentially just wants a mother for her 10-year-old grandson, but she doesn't want any other grandchildren. So whoever ends up with Frank will have to get a hysterectomy. And what a coincidence! She's also a vagina doctor, so guess who's going to be given that hysterectomy?
And she's done over 1,000.
It's a very simple procedure. I've done it for thousands of women.
Done over 1,000, and she doesn't say how many have survived, but I'm assuming it's a good number, hopefully.
I've done over 1,000, even a dozen on people.
Yeah.
Right?
You can't ask them how it went, though, because they have left the country.
I mean, they've gone up to the farm.
Yeah. Apparently this grandson of hers is super smart, but Lisa's clearly not buying it.
He has an IQ of 170.
Wow, what a smart child.
That obviously didn't go very well. So, lucky Lisa, Kyle hits her up and says, "Hey girl, we've been dating for a while now," which is odd though. I think Kyle measures time not in actual dates because they've only been on one date. But I guess they've worked together for a bunch of years, so maybe Kyle thinks that, like, hey, you know, we've been together for 6 years.
I also feel like even though they work together, and if they have been on that many dates, like, he's still just like, "Hey, Lisa, it's me, Kyle."
You know, your coworker and friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There are only 2 people that work there.
She knows 3 people. 4 including her mom, 5 including a dog.
What about Rita? You forgot Rita.
Another dog.
And Frank. She knows Kyle, creepy rapey Mark,
Oh,
Frank.
6. 6 total,
Yeah.
including a dog.
Rita, mom, dog. Oh, Paula.
Paula.
7.
Wow,
Yeah.
lucky 7.
You could say that she sees a lot of people, or people with a lot of friends, and that she's green with envy. Kyle doesn't waste any time. When he meets up with Lisa, he immediately gets down on one knee and proposes. And honestly, Lisa's kind of into it until...
After we're married, you'll still be free. You can date anyone you want.
Whoa.
I mean, you can sleep with anyone you like.
Does he need a green card?
I don't mean to be rude, but I'm not physically attracted to you. No, God, I'm sorry. What I mean is, I'm not attracted to any woman. All my relationships are with men.
The way he starts it off is, here's the thing. I'm not attracted to you physically at all.
Poor Kyle, man. It's such a deep topic, but it's portrayed in such a comical way. And, like, he sees she's into it at first, and I think that kind of scares him because he starts, like, immediately backtracking. He's like, "Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, we can still see other people. No, actually, no. We can still have, like, side family. You know what? I'm not even, like, that attracted to you. So, like, whatever, deuces."
And he ghosts her.
Yeah. As it turns out, Kyle's family is super traditional and won't accept that he's gay, which is incredibly sad, and something that is that serious of a topic should not be in a movie about a girl that loves her dog.
Because upon said it was a good idea.
All right, see you at work tomorrow.
Yeah. After this horribly traumatizing breakup with Kyle, in comes her boss Mark through the open door because Lisa doesn't believe in doors and doesn't believe in locks.
Comes through the open door and the sheet.
Yes.
I locked that sheet. How did you get in?
How he knew that, like, she was... I mean, I guess he knew that she was there because the door was open, but I think Kyle had just left because she was still sitting on the floor crying about it. So...
He's waiting outside.
That's what I'm thinking.
They
yeah.
clearly passed each other when Kyle left.
Right.
Oh, hey, boss.
What's up? Oh, hi, Mark.
Like, was he waiting outside to, like, oh, you seal the deal. Let's go have your bachelor party.
He's super drunk. He storms in and tries to rape Lisa, which is a horrifying scene. And again, should not be in this kid's movie about a girl loving her dog. Here comes Prince, though, to the rescue, biting off Mark's cock. Lisa's so upset about what happened with Mark and the fact that Kyle's gay.
Gay? Why is he gay? Why is Kyle gay?
I gotta make my move.
Kyle gay?
She can't take it anymore and tries to OD on sleeping pills. Prince runs to get help, but only because he doesn't want to be implicated in her murder.
If she OD'd, I'm screwed.
Suspect number one. The dog was closest. With his little paws, he's gonna open up the tamper evident, like the child-proof cap on the pills, feed them to her. Pills are good, human. Pills are good.
Like I was just gonna say, you can't even, like, children can't even get the medicine bottle, so you think it's
And they have thumbs. Thumbs are
But he
important.
can pick out outfits, so maybe.
You think anybody named Alvin Flang can open a bottle? He gets someone to pull over and follow him to Lisa's apartment, and the person checks her pulse. She's not breathing, so he calls an ambulance.
We should call the wambulance.
There's literally, though, nothing in between when the ambulance comes and then she's released from the hospital. She's wearing the same thing, and she seems fine, and it's, like, still the same day. So I think it was, like, the span of 20 minutes. So she runs around a park in the rain looking for Prince, and Prince is there, of course, because, you know, there's only one park in LA. LA's not that big. Super easy to find people. So
Right.
She says, oh my God, I'm done with men forever. The two men that I know are horrible human beings, and all I want is you, Prince. And then he took that literally.
With you. Only you. We'll live together forever.
Shebang!
You? Who are you?
Prince is a
So
real
much.
boy now.
So much here. So loaded.
Prince is a real boy now, and Lisa's surprisingly into it.
Why, Lisa? Why, Lisa?
And doesn't really question what's happening. She just takes him back home for some incredibly awkward sex. What's even weirder, I don't know if you guys know this, but when Prince turns into a human, I'm going to refer to him as Alvin Flang because he did say that's his real name. Did you know that Lisa and Alvin Flang are married in real life?
Oh,
No.
please don't tell me that's their dog, too.
But that makes the sex scene even weirder because it's like they've never seen, not even each other, like they've never seen human beings before. Lisa wakes up the next morning and Alvin Flang's a dog again.
No!
You know that she had to be thinking, what drugs did I take last night that I thought my dog became a hairless man?
Oh yeah, just a bunch of Ambien.
Yeah.
We find out Alvin Flang is still a dog because the pond says that he's just using Lisa. So now the pond changes the rules and he's only a dog when the sun is shining. When there's clouds or it's nighttime, he's a real boy. So the only thing that I could think of when they changed the rules like this was that overcast days must be just horrible because his bones must be constantly shrinking
Right,
and
yeah.
stretching.
Yeah.
We get a dog man montage leading into the unveiling of Lisa's kink, which kind of puts this whole movie into perspective now.
Lisa, what's this?
Yeah, the photo shoot. Oh Lord, they got to be on some kind of list now.
I want to be full-time human.
Be responsible. You need to learn to be a husband and provide for a wife.
Once again, the pond changes the rules. First, all Alvin Flying had to do to not be a dog was love himself, like Freaky Friday. Then he had to have a girl love him. But now, he has to learn how to be a husband. If your significant other was half human, half dog, I would be incredibly concerned what the kids would look like. Not if like he would just be like a weird boy-dog hybrid, but if he would also change when the sun went down. But what if it was like 90% boy with one dog arm? Does that arm become boy arm at nighttime? Or does all rest of boy become dog at nighttime? I don't know.
Or what if they have two kids and one's just a boy, one's just a dog?
Right. But the boy has a dog face and the dog has a boy face.
Yeah, what if it's kind of like a mermaid where it's half and half? Like the top half of one's a dog, the bottom half of the other's a dog.
That's what I mean. And then like what happens at night? Also, that would be kind of funny if it was human bottom, dog top, because I don't think a dog brain could figure out human urges like going to the bathroom.
Can you imagine like trying to scratch behind his ear with that fucking cumbersome human leg coming up and smacking him in the head?
So how Prince takes this is that to be a better husband, he has to make money. So we're coming full circle around on that agent who gave him a business card earlier. He decides he's going to meet up with him and he's going to try and get a job to be a better husband.
Make some of that green.
For some reason, he thinks the best time to call the agent is mid-dinner with Lisa.
I love you.
I love you too.
Excuse me, where's the telephone, sir?
Oh, over there.
The whole conversation completely out of frame.
Oh, hey, it's me, the dog. Yeah, I'm just calling.
Enjoy nice.
Oh, sorry.
Hello?
Sorry.
This is the owner of the dog
My
you're looking
accent
for.
always kicks in.
Tomorrow at 9, he'll be waiting for you in front of your office. After the commercial shoot, please pay in cash. And just give it to the dog. Thank you.
And clean his anal glands.
I love how they felt the need to give it exposition, like when he's out of frame and covered up by like a wall, it's just this muffled, "Where's the phone? Oh, it's right there, thanks." And then he passes back into frame. Like, well, they went that so far to make sure that nobody could have doubted that he knew where that phone was. You're not gonna point out continuity shit in my movie, says director.
I just love they like clink wine glasses and they go like, "I love you. I love you." He just gets up and walks away.
Yeah. And then he just tells the agent, "Yeah, I'll just be out front. The dog will be out front. That's all."
Prince goes to the agency and he's so good at picking up a phone that has a bone glued to it that they hire him on the spot.
I do like the reason they hired the dog is because he's able to pick out the colors of two specific phones in the agent's office. And you would probably think they'd be like, "Oh, hey, pick up the red phone." Picks up the red phone. And then he'd be like, "Yeah, pick up the blue phone." No, pick up the indigo phone.
Pick up the indigo telephone.
Who says indigo?
Right.
Well, there's only two phones, and the one indigo's not red, so process of elimination for that dog. But It's weird to think about that this dog's entire fortune is built upon the fact that it can see in color. Because if it couldn't, Lisa would have never been impressed, and the person who offers the dog a job based off of its ability to see colored phones would not have offered the dog a job.
What kind of planet am I on?
You're hired? Oh.
And what's he hired to do? To be the hot new mascot for China Girl Dog Food, which, from the looks of it, is just chopped up hot dogs. I just had a horrifying realization. The reason why dogs can't see colors is because of the way their eyes are, like their like the cones in their eyes. So does that mean that Alvin Flang has human eyes in a dog body?
Oh, that's kind of creepy. I mean,
yeah,
huskies almost have that.
And then that also means that like normal dogs can see at night, and Alvin Flang is just like completely useless.
Right.
He's stuck with his shitty human eyes and that ultra powerful dog nose.
Yeah, and hearing.
Just constantly overwhelmed by all sensations because the one that matters doesn't really tell him anything.
Yeah, that makes sense then why he's a boy at night, because if he were a dog, it'd be terrifying. He would hear things from miles away, but he would just see pitch black.
Ah, my ass!
Lisa's about to get homeward boned again when Paula the buzzkill shows up because it was raining and she needs to shower.
Why are you taking your clothes off? What is the matter with you? I'm wet. I'm gonna take a shower, okay? Oh, of course.
Shower at your own house, Paula. Jesus Christ. Paula finds Prince, which I'm assuming wasn't that hard because she hides him in a sleeping bag that's attached to the wall. And I think it'd be pretty easy just to see like your wall having a boner. For some reason, Paula's mad about this. She's mad about Lisa fucking, but she was trying really hard earlier to get Lisa laid.
You're like my best friend. You know, you're like my sister. And here it is. You've been lying to me.
She's just jealous that she scored a dog.
I didn't want to tell you the truth because it's weird.
So this magic pond made him into a dog, and if he marries me, he'll become a human again.
Rita surprises Lisa outside of her house and takes her to a quinceañera, where all these men are asking Lisa to dance with her, reaffirming my conspiracy theory that in this movie, all the women have died except for Lisa. But she finds out that Rita paid for them. And she gets furious and spills the beans that she's actually seeing someone.
Something.
She doesn't say something. She doesn't say, I'm in love with something, Rita.
I mean, it depends on the time of day.
Right.
Whether or not it's someone or...
He's an excellent companion.
They're at dinner, and Lisa's mom pressures them into agreeing to get a marriage license the next day.
How about tomorrow you go and get license?
Dog license.
Oh. Marriage license!
Just like nonchalantly, no, a marriage license.
She glosses over it like, we're just going to assume he's joking.
I had to look up what a dog license was, and apparently when you own a dog, you're supposed to get a dog license. Did you guys know this? Because this is news to me. Yeah.
No idea.
My parents have always had dogs, and I never knew that once.
Right. I thought it was made up. That's why I Googled it. This obviously will not work for them to get married in the daytime, but Prince has a genius plan. They're going to get married at night. Not that extreme.
Who could have thought of that?
Yeah, I don't know anybody didn't just say that at the dinner table.
Is there any place to get a marriage license at night?
That wouldn't help.
But why not?
Prince, you don't have any ID.
I'm sorry that you're involved with a man that doesn't even have a birth certificate.
First of all, he's probably microchipped. So I'm sure you could take him to the vet and they'll be able to find something about him. But I also think it's weird that at no point he said, hey, Lisa, my real name is actually Alvin Flang. Alvin Flang probably has a birth certificate and is a real person, considering that's who he is.
Did we ever learn if he was turned into a dog or if he started as a dog?
No. So that is also something that upon second watch, I was very confused by, because he asks the pond for help, but at no point is it stated that the pond is the one who turned him into a dog.
I think life turned him into a dog.
It must
Yeah,
have been a creek like a town over that turned him into a dog.
Yeah, and I have another conspiracy theory for this at the end. But yeah, so he just goes to the pond and says, "How do I not be a dog?" And the pond says, "I don't know, love a lady or something." Poop.
How dare you? If you're smarter than me, then tell me how to change. See, you don't know either.
Come back. Find a girl.
So now it's the scene where like Rita fakes that whole thing about like being in a car accident or having like a heart attack or something. Poop. And then she's like, you know, at the house, and then Lisa's like, "I'll take my mommy to the airport where planes go fly."
Yeah.
Because she can't trust Prince to not try and chase the airplanes. Rita confronts Prince because she knows that something's up. She's an LA psychic after all, so she probably knows exactly what's happening. And so she chases Prince all around the city. But uh-oh, Prince, it's turning into daytime. We're finally going to see that awkward Prince transformation, and Rita's going to catch on, and nope, we just see someone's furry costume. Does anybody want to comment on that?
Where did they attach it?
Go to Adam and Eve and ask him for the Alvin flying.
What? You saw him turn into a dog?
Yes.
Oh my God, help me.
Oh, not really change into dog.
Oh, so you didn't actually see him turn into a dog?
Yes. I mean, no.
Why did you believe that, though? That's
explain
fucking
it.
weird.
Lisa and Prince, Lisa and Alvin Flang get into an argument because Lisa's new boss invites Lisa over for lunch. And obviously Alvin doesn't want to go because he's a dog during the daytime. So they're arguing, and I don't even know why this is an issue. I would think that the answer would just be, yeah, we can't go to lunch in the daytime. But Lisa...
So, I was also confused here because in the initial watching, I thought it was her dad.
No, that's her new
thought
boss.
this was family.
It's her new boss.
This whole time, I'm thinking, like, these people are very formal for family.
This should be a non-issue because he's a fucking dog during the daytime. And she should just be smart enough to say, actually, yeah, you know what? No, we can't go out in the daytime. But Lisa, big brain, says, what does she say, Tommy?
It's going to be cloudy.
Goddamn right, it's going to be cloudy. And you know how clouds work.
That's right.
Always in the sky, all the time, all day.
Okay. Additional point of complication. What part of sunlight makes him a dog? Is it the UV light? Can you just get a UV light and make him perpetually a dog? Or if he applies enough sunblock, does he just not become a dog at all?
Holy shit. That would be the funniest thing ever if she has like a UV light and she's like, "Oh, Alvin, you gonna argue with me right now? You gonna argue with me?"
Yeah, shame you can't talk out of that dog mouth. Lisa, no. Lisa, no.
I think this is the part when you know that Prince really is in love with Lisa because it's going to be cloudy. So apparently by the rules of this movie now, he's going to be a boy during the day. And what weatherman do you trust enough to say that it's going to be cloudy? They're like, yeah, it's probably going to be cloudy all day. Let's risk it.
And what state are they in? Where does this take place?
It takes place in LA, so California, where it's, never sunny. It's
Yeah,
never sunny in Los
not known
Angeles.
for sunlight at all.
Often pouring rain.
Yeah. Do they? I just thought about this. Do they ever mention if Prince is neutered?
That's going to be an awkward conversation later.
Yeah, because think about it, right? He's a dog, so that's pretty good chance of him being neutered. And then she has never done the human Voltron before, so she wouldn't know what balls look like. So she probably wouldn't know if he was neutered.
Oh my.
Anyway,
that's a very awkward doctor's visit. Neither of them know why she can't get pregnant. It's like, well, it's got to be something. Let me examine your balls. My what?
Prince just became a dog! There is no way that that would have been the actual reaction by the family to the man that they're talking to turning into a dog before their eyes. It would probably be something more like, holy shit! Oh my god, what the fuck?
There is no dog!
Dad, Prince just became a dog!
It was face to face. There's nothing he could have done to. The transformation was non-questionable. So either one of two things happened. Either A, he just accepted it for what it was and is like, okay, well, that's a little fucking weird, but this is LA. I'll allow it. B, he's just like, well, that acid I took before breakfast is really kicking in. Or C, he just had a complete psychotic break and he's just like, you know what? I guess this is my life now.
Okay, so what happens next? This back and forth between dog and boy can't keep going on, so they come to the only rational solution. He must kill himself. And that's exactly what he does.
I'm back, Lisa! I'm back!
But the story is not over yet. It's years later, and she's putting up her place for rent. Who stops by? Paula. And Paula has grandkids, and Lisa is shocked that she's so old. And Paula is also shocked that Lisa still lives in that awful, awful green house, and it hasn't driven her to insanity yet. They go through some old photo albums, reminisce about Lisa's devastating loss that crippled her life, get a good laugh or two out of it. But you know what? Tomorrow's a new day. And boys, who shows up to see the house for rent that next day?
It was Prince.
No, not Prince.
Alvin.
Successful dog trainer, Alvin Flang.
I have a dog training business, and naturally, it's very successful.
So her recognizing him turns him into the same age as her. And I also noticed that during the scene, it sounds like someone on set is dry heaving when he says the words Lisa.
Lisa.
What kind of cruel pond magician doesn't make the girl young, makes the guy old? Like, this is what you wanted. Enjoy the rest of your 6 years together.
I know. But then that doesn't even make sense because, like, yeah, he gets her into oh God. They end up getting married, right? And the powers of marriage. Yeah, in a gazebo with no priest and no witnesses, so it's not even legal. They end up getting married, and the powers of marriage make Lisa 30 years younger, and they make Alvin lose his stupid wig. So here's my theory. That's how the movie ends, by the way. He turns old and then turns 30 years younger again almost immediately. So that combined with turning back and forth into a dog, like his body has to be ruined.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if after like they do another like 5 years later and it's like, well, Alvin can only eat fluids because he is very, very messed up.
Alvin continued to age as a dog until his untimely death at the age of 36, at the ripe old dog age of 94.
He had heartworms, which is very uncommon for a real boy. So my theory is that Alvin Flang drank from the communal pond, and the bacteria ate away at his brain, and he really was a dog, and everything else just is in his mind. That is my theory for this movie. Or the opposite. Alvin Flang, the boy, drank from the pond and thought he was a dog. I don't know which one's more believable. One thing we didn't really touch on as we were going through this movie is just how jarring a majority of the scenes are, because they're either horribly dubbed with some clear ADR that were done by different actors and actresses.
Hey, that one's green.
I can't afford it. Unless you're buying.
I'd rather kill myself.
Or the fact that they just completely removed the audio from a lot of scenes in this movie. I also think that the director had just watched some Alfred Hitchcock movies right before this, because there are a lot of scenes that could be construed as horror movie scenes. And of course, how could we forget the dog songs?
Dog driving in a car. I'm going to her house. We're gonna go far. Yeah, 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 yeah. I will be back, be back. I'm a dog and I don't know where to go. I have no one to call my own. I will never make my goal. No, I'll never make my goal. 'Cause I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog. I'm all alone. Living on the street is hard, and also it hurts my feet. 'Cause I'm a dog and it hurts my feet when it's hot outside. 'Cause I'm a dog.
Expertly crafted, beautifully executed. So, Collie, Tommy, what would you guys give this movie?
I mean, personally, the color palette aside, and the one or two continuity mistakes, this is actually a really good movie. So I'm gonna agree with most of the IMDb ratings and give this a solid 14.5 David Duchovnys.
Wow. That's more than your Billy Zane's from last week.
It is.
And we all know the conversion rate is like, 6.71 Billy Zane's to 1 David Duchovny. So
just with the uncomfortable silences and the noise of the pond, it just weirded me out. So I am only giving this movie 50 Shades of Green.
Oh, damn. An off-scale rating. Wow.
Ouch.
Okay.
That one has an asterisk for sure.
Yeah, I see we're pretty split on this. So let me see what I wrote in my notes. Oh, boys. I gave it 214 Vin Diesels.
Shame on you, director. Shame on you.
I thought that this movie was going to be way more enjoyable than it was, but it turned out just being a lot of Vin Diesels. What are you going to do? All right, everyone. Thank you for watching our review of Love on a Leash. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time on Movie Club 95.
Catch you later.
Where are the ladies at?